Missed Raw will catch up in a few minutes with the Raw Rapid Recap by Bobby Monsoon. 215, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to get right into it as always. The show starts off with the new 2024 King of the Ring, Gunther. He's cutting a promo. He's talking trash about Damian Priest, telling him, man, I bring prestige to the Intercontinental Championship. I'm bringing prestige to the King of the Ring tournament. And now I gotta bring prestige to the World Heavyweight title because Damian, you're not carrying it correctly. And Damian Priest interrupts his promo. They start going back and forth. Then Drew McIntyre interrupts their promo. Gunther, I apologize, he abruptly exited the ring. So now you got Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre doing back and forth. Drew McIntyre's telling him, Damian, you worrying about Gunther when we got a battle at Clash at the Castle and you're not even going to be walking out that with the World Heavyweight Championship. So you need to be worrying about our match and not trying to look over me. Out of nowhere, Braun Strowman comes out. He starts grilling Damian Priest and they get out the ring and Braun Strowman gets set up for his match with JD McDonagh. My opinion on this segment was it was a complete bore fest. It made no sense. They're doing random writing, random off the top. I don't know what's going on. This promo to start off Raw, I'm like, oh man, we about to have a long 3 hours tonight. We'll get into it later. JD McDonagh versus Braun Strowman. This should have been a squash match to begin with. JD McDonagh is like literally a middle school kid standing next to Braun Strowman. So JD McDonagh actually catches momentum in this match. He actually starts beating Braun Strowman up because he started targeting the knee. Now I understand you target the knee, Braun Strowman is big, so you take his legs away from him to chop him down and to give yourself a chance. No, this should have been a straight squash match, straight destruction. I think Braun Strowman looked weak by even giving JD McDonagh any type of momentum against a guy like that. We talking about the monsters among monsters getting beat up by JD McDonagh. What part of writing a show that makes sense? You got Dragunov versus Ricochet. They have a good match, and whenever they work, I like it. You know, for me, this might have been match of the night. They had a pretty long match, I might add to that. Now, out of nowhere, the match ends with what? Bron Breaker coming out of nowhere. Boom! Spearing Ricochet. So Ricochet selling it on the ground. Dragunov, he tried to fight off Bron Breaker, but it wasn't enough. Boom! Dragunov gets some smoke too. So Bron Breaker in the ring looking husky. You got Adam Pearce coming out yelling at Bron Breaker. It was times where I'm thinking, damn, bro, is Bron Breaker really about to strike Adam Pearce? But I think they're holding that yet. I don't think they're trying to figure out if they're going to go in that direction because they don't want to play the whole Stone Cold Vince McMahon thing, or maybe they do. Who knows? I feel like they're teasing at it a lot. But next match, you got the AOP, Authors of Pain versus the Creed Brothers. This is just a filler match. Lazy writing by WWE Creative, no story, no background, no reason this tag team match should even be happening if you ask me, but it's happening. They have a regular type of match. It probably went like 4, 5, 6 minutes. As soon as I turned the match on, it was really over. Creed Brothers going for their finisher. Some women start fighting on the outside of the ring. The Creed Brothers get distracted. AOP hits finisher 1, 2, 3. I hate when WWE books matches like this. First, with no storyline. Second, AOP are a dominant tag team. It's okay for them to win straight up. It's okay for them to dominate. Creed brothers didn't need to get distracted for the Authors of Pain to win. Authors of Pain are two 300-pound monsters. They could win without any type of distraction going on. Next match, we got Lyra Valkyria versus Kairi Sane. Lyra Valkyria, she has her ribs taped up. She's selling the ribs, and rightfully so. In Saudi Arabia at King of the Ring, oh man, she almost transitioned to the next lifetime after what Nia Jax did to her. Nia Jax, she kind of lost her grip on the ropes. Boom. She got hit with the Annihilator. Lyra Valkyria did, and it looked like she broke almost every bone in her rib cage. But needless to say, Lyra Valkyria is a very strong woman. She got my respect. Needless to say, she has a match with Kairi Sane. It's a regular match, another type of filler match. No storyline, no reason why these two should really be fighting. Lyra counters the Sane elbow and she wins the match. WWE is pushing Lyra Valkyria to the moon. I'm not gonna be surprised if one of these weeks she beats Liv Morgan. Like, man, they're pushing this woman. Okay, she's good. Maybe there's rumors that Becky Lynch is leaving. Is that the reason why we're getting Lyra Valkyria pushed down her throat? Next match, Carlito versus Rey Mysterio. They have a regular match. It was kind of a solid match, you know what I mean? I can't really complain too much about that. Finn Balor comes out to help Carlito because Carlito wanted some help from the Judgment Day. Finn Balor comes up, backs up his boy. He attacks Dragon Lee outside, but Rey still wins with the 619. Beat Carlito. Then Rey goes out, starts attacking Finn Balor. Then Damian Priest comes out and said, it's over for this. Y'all not getting the job done. When you want something done right, what you gotta do? You gotta do it yourself. Damian Priest starts whipping Rey Mysterio ass. And, you know, he tries to make a statement saying, you know, I'm the big dog here. I had to take care of this. Judgment Day looking goofy. We taking a lot of losses, and you know, it has to stop at some point. Bronson Reed versus Otis. This is the segment of Raw. I'm like, okay, finally. They have a regular match, solid type match, you know. Otis gets momentum in the match, so you know what he's doing when he gets momentum. You know, he wants to shake the hips. He wants to rip the shirt off, but he rips the shirt off halfway because he hears Chad Gable saying, yo, man, I told you, stop doing the dumb shit. Focus, lock in, drop the games, win the match. What the fuck, bro? So Otis is going back and forth trying to figure out what to do. Chad Gable jumps on the apron. He's grabbing Otis' head, trying to talk some sense into him. So by the time sense gets talked into Otis, what happens? Boom! Bronson Reed takes advantage of that and gets on the top rope. Boom! Tsunami off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Bronson Reed make Otis pay for getting in this business at King and Queen of the Ring. Now, what happens next is like, is on the brink to being one of the most hilarious segments. I don't know why they didn't go through with it. Chad Gable grabs the mic and says, yo, Alpha Academy, get your asses out here, man. We gotta have an Alpha Academy meeting. So everybody comes out. He's, you know, doing a regular scolding thing, but he turns it up this time. Yo, bro, put your hand on the ropes right now. Talking to Otis. Otis got his hand on the ropes. Chad Gable takes his belt off. Yo, man, this gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. He goes to whip Otis, but Maxine stops him. It's like, what? Get your ass up out of here. You can't take this. Get out of here. And you know what, Tozawa? You looking pussy too. Get your ass up out of here. So he kicks him out. He's about to give Otis a lashing of a lifetime. That's when Sami Zayn comes out to interfere. And WWE drops the ball, has Sami Zayn come out. And now Sami Zayn is trying to talk some sense into Otis. What are you doing? You're better than that. Don't let him do this to you. Then Otis is sitting there. Then, you know, they start fighting Sami Zayn and Chad Gable. Chad Gable hits Sami with the German suplex while he's talking to Otis. Starts beating him up. Then, my God, on a night where I'm pretty sure a lot of fans was feeling this way, we were yearning for something. Because so far in this episode of Raw, we're getting, I would like to say little or nothing, but little would be such an overstatement. We are getting barely anything with this show. And it's to a point where it's hard to stay up. I'm on the East Coast. Raw ends at 11 p.m. We done worked all day, dealt with family, kids, and all of this stuff. We just want to sit and watch a semi-entertaining show. And they can't even give us that at this point. It was just like, this was extremely annoying seeing them drop the ball. Next, we got Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan to end the show off. I would say a solid match, but I'll be lying. Both of them are good workers, but it's hard to have a solid match after 2.5 hours of agony. Dominik Mysterio comes out. He tries to, you know, open up the cage. He opened up the latch on the cage trying to get Becky Lynch to come out of the cage and win her title back. So you hear Braun Strowman music come on. Now you got JD McDonagh and Finn Balor outside of the ring trying to talk some sense into Dominik Mysterio. Like, what are you doing? You out here in women business, bro. Like, let these women fight, man. We got other stuff to handle. Braun Strowman music come on. He's running. He's chasing after JD McDonagh and Finn Balor. Now he's chasing them around the ring, so he winds up running into Dominik Mysterio, who runs into the cage door that hits Becky Lynch. Liv Morgan drags herself out the ring to win the cage match, and that is the end of that. Liv Morgan stays champion. Raw goes off abruptly. Now on social media, about 20 minutes after, Raw posts on Instagram and social media that Liv Morgan kissed Dominik Mysterio, because Raw literally went off where Liv Morgan staring at Dominik Mysterio. And I don't know if the time went over. I don't know what happened or what's going on. But Liv kissing Dominik Mysterio would have been a highlight of the show. The highlight of a very lackluster, boring-ass version. Boring-ass episode of Raw tonight. There is no attempt to do anything creative in most of these segments of the shows, and it's just no fucking excuse for it at all. It's Bobby Monsoon, 215. Like, comment, subscribe. We're approaching 600 subscribers, so I appreciate the love. I appreciate it, and that's why I feel obligated to come here and be transparent. You know, when WWE's doing a good job, I'm gonna put them over. When they're doing a shit job and I can save y'all a few hours of y'all life, I'm here to do that. Now, let's hope WWE redeems themselves by the time Friday comes, so SmackDown is not going to be as painful to watch. Stay tuned. We got some content coming this week, so we're gonna see if y'all like that. And let me know in the comments if y'all want to see anything, if y'all want me to, you know, improvise anyway. Let me know. It's Bobby Monsoon, 215. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.